So thank you. That was a great one. Okay, so it's April. Are you guys not so excited? Okay, so how many of you watched my video that I made today about all the promos this month? Okay, a fraction of you. We are going to go over, make sure everyone's on the same page and you guys know all the ways to win this month. Really quickly, I'll mention, Amanda brought up the lash intensity. That is important because, well, we just think you should always be using as much of the product as you can, whatever shelf. But you guys, are you guys aware of the sale that Mary Kay is offering? If you're not aware, the lash intensity is on sale from the April 2nd to the 15th. Buy one, get one half off from Mary Kay. Okay? I would probably guess that they're going to sell out. Last time they did like the cellulite gel thing, they're still sold out of cellulite gels. So I would recommend stocking up early if you want to take advantage of it, because who knows when they'll run out. Lash Intensity is a phenomenal mascara. It's going to give people 200% volume for those people who want the falsy looking lashes and want really, really thick lashes. I posted on our Facebook page some pictures, before and after pictures to use in selling it. You send people that picture and they want it. They're sold. And then you offer I would encourage you to offer a deal too. If you're doing buy one, get one half off yourself, you will sell a ton of those. That is the way you could sell. I mean, tonight, just posting that, buy one, get one half off would be what, 18 and then 9. That's what, a $27 sale. I bet you could easily have 10 women that want a free mascara and want to get someone that's going to do that and then get it half off. You know, that could be $270 tonight because you get excited about it. Does that make sense? So, got it? Everyone on board with that? Okay. All right. What else do we got going on? Lots of awesome things going on in April. I don't even know where to start. The big ones are, of course, we all have big, huge goals. Last month, we didn't exactly finish where we need you to stay on track for our goal to do 1.5 million. So this month, we need to blow it out of the water, and it's going to involve all of us having a win, and all of us having your own individual wins for us as a unit to have a huge unit win and finish where we need to be. So, first of all, we're starting with faces. Faces. This in May is Mary Kay's 100th birthday. It would have been her 100th birthday. And so we as the directors and DIQs have challenged ourselves to be in a face race to see 100 faces as quickly as we can. Our goal is to see it this month. Anyone want to join us? I've never done that many in my entire career, but a lot of people, like there are several nationals that, like Leah Carter and her whole area, 100 faces is normal for them. They literally do teach new consultants come into 100 faces. That's a power star. We talk about a power star being 30 faces. Power star is 100 faces for them. And so I'm saying 100 faces as quickly as possible. I want to do it this month, but if it goes into May, I'm fine with that because I want to do 100 faces to honor Mary Kay Ash. Yeah. Right? And so, in fact, some people are doing 100 faces over the next 3 months. I don't care. But when you have a big goal like that, people want to be on board. Mm-hmm. And especially when you involve something like, hey, we're honoring Mary Kay Ash by doing 100 faces for her birthday, people want to be a part of that. Does that make sense? And so doing faces are going to help you make money, going to help you order, going to be able to help you get where you want to go. Does that make sense? It all starts with faces. So those of you that want to join us, we're officially in a face race. So that means you can use it when you're booking. We're going to talk about booking and leads and stuff later. But first of all, when you get excited about something and you say, hey, I'm in a face race, will you help me out? It just needs your face. People tend to be wanting to help you. Does that make sense? And going along with that, thank you, love, there it is. Oh, what happened to, oh no, it just went over there. Just click it. Okay, I want to make sure they're still there. I keep clicking. Anyways, sorry about that. So this guy is going along with that to backtrack, and then I'll answer your question. Hold on one second. Okay, so to go along with our Power Star Challenge, so the 100 faces goes along with this. Okay. Hopefully you guys have all seen this. It's the Power Star Challenge for the final 4 months of our seminar year. This is like the most exciting time in Mary Kay. Those of you that are new, you'll see me throw out more promotions, more prizes than ever because it's the final 4 of Mary Kay. So the end of our seminar year, and huge things happen these last 4 months, and we have huge goals. And so basically, anyone who did a Power Star, which is 30 faces, and they ordered their bracelet, in the month of March, they got these gorgeous prizes. So you guys get to pick which one you want. And then when you do, and each month though, there's different prizes. So hopefully you guys all saw this and you all grabbed the tracking sheet to start tracking your faces. When you do it 4 months in a row, you earn seminar for free from your director.
That's a big deal.
It's a huge deal. Your director's going to pay for a seminar when you do a Power Start 4 months in a row. Okay? So these two are the only ladies in the room that did it for the first month. So good job, ladies. However, I don't want everyone else in the room to beat themselves up and say that's nice for them. Well, now I can't earn seminar. This month is going to be makeup month. Yay! Woo! Everyone gets to earn seminars. So woo! As long as you do it just this month, it's just this month. Not every month will be makeup month. Let me put that out there. It's only April that is makeup month, which means whatever you didn't do last month towards your 30 faces and the bracelet, as long as you basically catch up by the end of April, you can still be on track for that. So, for example, let's say last month you did 0 faces and ordered $0. Then that would mean that this month you do 60 faces and order 1,200 wholesale and you're on track, right? If you did 10 faces last month, then you would have to do 20 plus the 30, so 50 faces this month, and then whatever the difference in ordering. Does that make sense? If you ordered 200 last month, then you'd have to order 1,000 this month. Does that make sense? And when you're in front of 50 faces, you're gonna have enough to order, okay? Does that make sense? So, so this is makeup month. Whatever you did or didn't do last month, don't beat yourself up because we learned from last month, but then we let it go and we bounce back and we start it to new month, okay? So last month didn't go how I wanted to. Yes, I had my pity party for an hour, but then I got over it and I reset and got excited about April. Does that make sense? And so you have to do the same thing with your business. Don't wait till the middle of the month to finally get started. You get started tonight. Get started tonight and get excited about it. So we want you guys excited about faces. Use this to help you book people. Because telling people that you're in a face race, telling your people that we are we are honoring Mary Cash for doing 100 faces. I'm doing 50 faces this month. I'm doing 60 faces this month. You know, whatever it may be, I don't care. You get excited about something that fires you up and then use that to book. Does that make sense? We offer these things as booking tools because when you're excited, people want to book with you to help you out. Like I've seen happen for Amanda the last few months. She's done her 30 faces each month because she has set that as her goal and she tells people and people have done it to help her. Okay? And like we were talking about with Jen, everyone has a hard time asking for help, but people want to help you if you give them the opportunity.
One thing I saw that was really cool is Jeannie
Nevercall.
I can never get her last name. Jeannie Nevercall posted that she needs to do 100 faces to honor Mary Kay Ash's 100th birthday, but she also needs to share the group chat to 55 people in honor of Mary Kay being 55 years.
Ooh, that's good.
Chats, you're going to get
Right, you'll be a director. No,
No,
seriously. So I love that. Let's add that on to it. I love that. So 100 faces and 55 career chats to honor Mary Kay Ash's birthday or anniversary. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. As long as they, either follow up with your director or they're face-to-face.
Yes.
So last month, Kristen, we have a new DIQ in our area, and she's in Texas. She sat down with 10 people face-to-face and shared her heart, her passion, what she loves about the business. She's like miles away from her director, had 5 of the 10 sign up because of her passion and because she had a goal. And so I'm just saying that have them listen. If they watch online or whatever, make sure they follow up with their director or just sit down and meet for coffee and talk to them face to face because you're going to get a lot higher recruiting ratio.
I actually started talking to people. I am not good at career chats yet, but I've started my own.
Nope,
career
stop
chat.
saying that.
No,
No, we're just going. Give her a discount. Go give her a discount. Give her a discount. No, you get a discount.
But I'm getting there. Each time I do it, I grow more and I am able to share more. I think my biggest issue is I don't know my iStory yet. And so I'm like, every time I'm like, I'm going to wing this right now because I don't know what I'm talking about. And so it's tough at first. But once you start sharing your love with everybody else, they're way more excited. I have 3 now. I'm almost a red jacket. I'm almost and I've had other people that showed so much interest, but they're just not ready yet. And I'm going to follow up with them, and then they'll be ready soon enough, and we'll get there.
Yep. You're
yes.
ready. Yeah.
And you got ready.
And yeah, you weren't ready. Yeah, I remember we were playing for a long time. So use the faces from, oh, that's what I was going to say, is iStory. Last week you trained on iStory. How many of you did? I know Jen and Chelsea took the time to do it. I would encourage you, and Dina, I would make sure that you guys take the time to do that, because that's powerful. You have to process and really make sure you have a powerful iStory. Okay. Faces, that's where it starts, okay? Going along with that, if you really want to maximize the faces, you want to use the events. Yeah. You really want to use the events. And I'm not like trying to make anyone feel guilty right now, but we literally, our guest count has gone down drastically. And if we stop having guest counts, then we're not going to do guest events anymore, okay? So if you want us to keep doing guest events that you can bring people to, we need to jack up the guest count. And so Mondays and Fridays, that's like the smartest thing that you guys can do. Here in the Springs, you know, we do facials at 6:30. It is a huge, a great use of your time. If you booked 3 to 5 people here on a Monday and a Friday night, you would be kicking some major tail. And if literally those are the only 2 times that you worked your business, you could earn a free car. Prove me wrong. If you had 10 people in front of me a week, I can guarantee we'll get you in your free car. You guys got to use the events. You're not using them nearly enough. Now you have to overbook. If you want 5 people here on a Monday night, 5 people here on a Friday night, you need to book at least 10. Okay? And we're going to talk about that in a minute. I would recommend, if you set a goal to do 100 faces, make sure you have an awesome hostess plan. And that you have her not just come by herself, have her come with 5, 10 people, because she'll help you, and then it's a much better use of your time. Does that make sense? So we'll talk about that in a minute. But really make sure to utilize the events, you guys. I'm not trying to make anyone feel bad, but it's a smart thing to do. Okay? So I'll post the calendar. My assistant's in the middle of making it right now, but we have facials Monday and Friday nights here. Thursday nights in Pueblo. Actually, Pueblo, we're going to offer 2 options in Pueblo. Thursdays at 6:30, and then Darla, my director on there, is going to offer Sunday at 5, so she's going to be doing them there. And then the other one I'm really excited about that I do want to talk about for a couple minutes is Denver. I'm going to be doing facials Sunday afternoons at 2 in Denver. And I really want to maximize that area. So if you guys know people up in the Denver area, I want you booking that event. I want you booking that event and using the event, because I really want to build up there. That area, there is not much Mary Kay for how huge that area is. It's massive. So if you know anybody in the whole Denver metropolitan area, book them, okay? Even if you can't be there, book them. You have to be sure to RSVP. You have to RSVP for all the events, you guys. It literally, you have to RSVP by at least noon that day, okay? Sunday, the night before, would be best. And so utilize Denver. Are we going to blow up Denver? Let's blow up Denver. Because right now, we have Cheyenne is up there, and she drives down each week. We have just a handful of people up in Denver. I would love us to really expand up in the Denver area. So if you know people, let's blow it up and use that event, okay? Got it? And if you tell people, hey, I'm coming up there, so you better make it worth my while, bring your mom, your sister, your aunt. Does that make sense? Use that to your advantage, okay?
Is that every Sunday?
It'll be every Sunday in April for now. We use it. Except for the 8th. Yeah, I'm going to explain that in a minute. Not the 8th. I'll post the calendar. My assistant should have it done by the time we're done. The only Sunday we're not doing is actually the 8th. And so, yes, this is a huge deal. I'm so excited about this. The 8th, and I'm doing this every month. We're celebrating the winners from last month. Those of you that earned Inner Circle last month, which means you ordered 600 or more, earned your bracelet. Where are you at? Raise your hands. Woo! If you're an adoptee, you need to message me, because I'm not writing this down right now. But you are definitely welcome. At 4 p.m. at my house, you're gonna have special hangout time with the leaders and the big girls in our future area it's all of my directors together. We're gonna hang out and have some fun girl time at 4 p.m. at my house, okay? So that'll be every month, the first Sunday of the month. However, of course, this first Sunday was Easter. But, and then before that, I'm really excited about this beforehand at 2, those of you that are minimally in your red jacket, get red jacket or above, get to come to an exclusive leadership training that I'm going to be doing each month. For those of you that are leaders and are wanting to move up in your businesses and want more leadership training, okay? Because that's a whole different can of worms. I know not everybody in the room wants to move up and move into a leadership position. Those of you that do want to, I want to be in your space. I want you to change your shift your thinking, because that's where it happens. That's where big growth happens, is right here. I've seen people grow here, and then it catapults, then they explode in their business on paper. Does that make sense? And so those of you who maybe didn't get in your red jacket by the end of the month, if you get in your red jacket by this Sunday, you get to come. Okay? I don't normally do that, but I want us to have tons of people there. Okay? Did y'all hear that?
Yes.
I know there's some distraction over here. 3 active people. By Sunday, you get to join us at 2 for special leadership training. Okay? It's going to be powerful. And it's going to be all of our directors together, because I really want us, as we build our area, to pull together as all the leaders together and pull together and have that tight bond. So we're not leaving no man behind. Okay? So, which by the way, in case y'all didn't know, Christina broke her foot and she's not here tonight. That's where she is. And so definitely pray for her. She's having surgery when? Next week sometime? The 12th. She's having surgery the 12th. So that's why she's not here. Definitely pray for her. Reach out to her. We love her. And I know it's been really tough for her. So we love you, Christina. I don't know if she loves you. Anyway.
Love you too.
Anyway. Okay, we love you, Christina. All right. Get into your red. We want you to come. You come casual and just hang out and spend time, with the other leaders. Okay. I do have a fridge now. Yes, I have a fridge now. My house is still about the same. Nothing has really changed, but we have a fridge. Yep, there's no fridge. My house is it's not presentable for a while, so it's a work in progress. But it doesn't matter. We are going to fellowship and have a good time. Okay, so use the events. Blow up Denver. $100 days. Definitely make sure you guys are posting on our thing. I need to do a drawing for March, and then, hold on one second. And then the other thing I did want to talk about is the last 2 things are, I don't know if you guys saw this. This is such a big deal. Mary Kay is letting more people walk across stage at seminar for Princess Courts. Okay, I've never seen them do this in 14 years. Okay, those of you that have been in for a while, you understand how big of a deal it is. Those of you that have been to seminar, look at her face. Look at her face. Yes. Well, you did it once, you do it again. And okay, so Princess. Okay, so I'm gonna try to explain how big a deal this is. So seminar is like this huge, big, like award show. It is like 10,000 people. It's massive. It is quite the event. It is like they have Broadway shows. I mean, it is awesome. And those people that do 3 things there's 3 different courts, and they get to walk across stage. You guys have seen pictures of people in their beautiful ball gown dresses. And on my video today, I said it's like prom, but for people out of high school. But it's not like the drama. It's like Grammys. The Grammys would be a better analogy. The Grammys. There's like Mary Kay celebrities everywhere. It's really cool. Anyways, it's a huge deal to be able to go across stage, and you work really hard. And there's 3 levels. Like as a director, we can do our circles, and that's these little bar pins over here. As a consultant, you can go across stage from your sales, and it's 40,000 retail in a year. If you want to know where you are for the year, there's a report online. You can go see where you're at. You look at our newsletter monthly. I have like I have the reports there too. If you need help finding out where you are, I can help you look it up. So when you do 40,000 retail in the entire year, you get these big old diamond rings, and you get to walk across stage. They're gorgeous. I have the prizes somewhere, and then I have a poster again. Then quota sharing is these bees. There's 24 crystals. They represent 24 qualified people in a year. Personal recruiting. Okay, so recruiting and sharing. Those 2 things you can go on as a consultant for. It is a huge feat. However, the Princess Court thing is when you do half of that, you get to walk across stage. I have never seen them do this. Yes, it's a huge deal. It's a huge deal, y'all. A huge deal. So this is definitely something to stretch for. You want to know where your numbers are at and know that you can stretch for that by June 30th. That is when our seminar year ends, is by the end of the year. So all you have to do is have 12 qualified personal people. So write this down. If you already do this, because this is the half numbers. Even if you have $0 in right now, you do what I just said. You do 100 faces. You do your Power Star back to back and share with everybody. You do what Amanda just talked about. Do 100 faces and do 55 career chats ASAP. You will be very close, if not done with this. The sooner you do it, the sooner it'll happen, right? So Princess Court is 12 personal qualified team members.
Can you explain qualified?
Yes. So qualified means their initial order is 600 or more. Okay. So, and it's just your personal people. Okay, so my unit, if you're in my unit and not my personal person, you don't count for that for me. Does that make sense? Same thing with Elizabeth and same thing with Jana. It has to be the personal people that they recruit, okay? So Amanda is Jana's personal team member. Courtney is not. Does that make sense? So she wouldn't count towards Jana. Exactly. Does that make sense? So it's not unit, it's personal. So 12 qualified team members. And then the other piece is 20,000 retail. That's half. So basically 10,000, 20,000 retail. Only 20,000 retail. So for Princess Court, 10,000 wholesale.
For the whole year.
For the entire year. The entire year. Like that was from July 1st to June 30th. Well, this is a big. Okay, no, everything in Mary Kay is all based off orders. Everything is all based off orders. You can go look it up. Everything in Mary Kay is all based off wholesale orders, okay? So let's say you came in with an 1,800 last month. Basically, you already have 1,800 out of the 10,000. So basically, you keep doing your faces and you order, 2,000 each month. Maybe about, what's that? I can do math in my head. Yeah, it'd be about 2,500, 2,700 each month. And you're doing the faces, you're going to sell that. Does that make sense? So, excited to walk across stage. I've never seen Mary Kay do this, so that is a huge, huge, huge deal. Okay, and then the last thing I think, oh no, there's two more things. Okay, the last thing, and I mentioned this, and we'll talk more about this probably next week, is they're coming out with, well, not really, there's not really too much to talk about. They're coming out with the new TimeWise 3D. Yes. Those of us that were at Career Conference, those of us at Career Conference heard it firsthand. It is going to be phenomenal. They are doing a live stream, yes, on the 13th at 10 a.m. our time. That's just going to explain more. But just know this is an awesome thing. But like I said in my video this morning, I'm not changing anything. I'm not changing anything. Don't freak out. Those of you that have inventory, no. Go do PowerStar. It doesn't actually come out until May 15th. And you guys, you'd be crazy. Okay, here's just, the company asked me my thoughts on this, and I hope they posted, I did a video a little while ago. They're like, are you going to sell out all your miracle sets? Heck no! That is the dumbest thing you can do. Don't be freaked out and be like, oh God, I got to get rid of all my miracle sets. No. See, exactly. And that's a fear mentality. You're living out of fear. And it's a month and a half away. I'm increasing my inventory of miracle sets if you want to be want me 100% honest, because they will sell out. They will sell out. And the day that they are sold out, you cannot get them anymore. And so I would encourage you to not have it change what you're doing with your inventory. I'm just keeping everything the same. I'm just doing a lot of faces. And I'm talking about the miracle set. I'm promoting the miracle set. And then next month when it comes out, hey, you love the miracle set. Let me get your opinion of the new TimeWise 3D. Does that make sense? And you're going to have the people that are on the miracle set that don't want to change. And I haven't got to try it yet personally, but everybody I know that's tried it, that was on the test panel, they just ranted and raved about it and said that, like, Mary Kay, all I do know is that Mary Kay's been working on this for over 5 years. And they almost launched it 2 years ago, but they didn't feel like they had 100% right. That means our company, it doesn't mess around. If they're going to make this big of a shift, they are going to make sure it is awesome. And you better believe it is a killer product. And it's more natural based, so it'll appeal to all those people who have memory, that whole thing. And then it will also, it's for people with really sensitive skin. Like it hits all the points that we need. So your attitude, and this is why I told the company, your attitude about this product launch is everything. If you're like, why did you do the miracle set? Which I hate change. I do not like change. When I first heard that, I'll be 100%, why did I change the miracle set? And then I changed my attitude, and I'm much more excited about it. And I'm fired up because, you guys, this is going to be a game changer in our business. This literally, we believe, is going to get us back to the #1 position. Yes. So your attitude is everything. But the key is when you get excited, you go get this product on people's faces. You get this product on as many people's faces as you can. That's why I'm telling y'all, you do a ton of faces this month. This gives you an excuse to next month rebook them. Rebook them, exactly, and have them host a party for you. Okay, so you don't wait until the launch. That would be crazy. Like, this is suicide. What?
This month, especially to all the people who don't live in
local.
the States,
Yeah.
give them all the facial in the back that you possibly can, so then next month you can do it again.
Do it again. and get the product on their faces. Okay. So I am letting you guys earn the new product before you can even earn it, or before you can buy it. You excited?
Yeah.
Okay. So hopefully you saw the JPEGs and I texted it out and everything. But so there's 2 ways you can earn it. You choose. Number 1 is by ordering. There will be this is so cool. They're gonna have a Miracle Set 3D Mini. And yeah, that's cool. Which it'll be regular line. You can earn 1 piece of it when you order $250 or more this month. You can earn 2 pieces of it when you order 400 wholesale this month. And I want you not missing your bracelet because I'm going to give you the whole set when you order 600 or more. Okay? So you get the mini set so you can go demo it. So you can start using it for yourself. So you can start getting people's opinion of that product, right? As quickly as possible. So you order 600 and then of course you get Inner Circle, right? So I want everyone in the room hitting their bracelet and getting the Miracle Set Mini. And then you can earn the full size when you order 1,000 wholesale this month, which when you're doing 30 faces, you're easily going to be able to do that, right? And you're closing with all of them. All right, so that's how you can do it with sales. But wait, there's more, and you can do both. And my prayer is that you do both. You do both. Because when you're doing the faces, that's what I started with. You're going to get all the other stuff, the ordering, and be able to move up when you're sharing. And you're doing the 55 career chats, which I love. Okay. Any new red jackets? And if you're already in your red jacket, you get 3 new active. You can earn the mini this month. Okay? You get in your red jacket, which is 3 active, you earn the mini. You go and charge for your car, which is 5 active and 5,000 wholesale, which any of y'all can do this when you're sharing this opportunity. You go share with 55 people. You go prove me wrong if you're not in DIQ, right? So 5,000 wholesale, 5 active, you get the full size mirror. No, I said 2. I had to pull up the JPEG. I think I said 2. I did. That's why I had to pull it up. 2 full size Miracle sets. You go and charge for your car. Plus, you're going to get a nice commission check to your family of $500 to $800 extra bucks, depending on the ordering patterns. Okay. So 2 retail sets. I'm thinking 1 for you to use and demo, and then the other stuff. Right? And then when you do 10,000 or more, because I want you thinking so much bigger, like I said in the video, I don't want you just thinking the minimal. I want you thinking 10,000 in a month for you and your team going on try for your car. And we've had several people do that their first month. If you're brand new, you can do that. You go do the faces and you go do career chats with them and you can do that. 10,000, you earn 5 of the retail sets. Okay? Excited? 5 retail sets. 1 for you to use and demo, the other 4 you can sell. And basically, once you've sold, they've given you almost $400. Okay, let's get excited. Are y'all excited? Are y'all excited? I hope you are. We just want to blow it out of the water this month. Okay. Whew, any questions about all that? All right, I think I got all the announcements. One last.
question.
Yes.
So if you do 10,000, say I do 10,000
When you do.
When I do 10,000 this month, all of that counts towards my car, right?
Yes.
So you only have to do 25,000 to get the car, right?
Yep, 23,000. So you would only have to do 13,000 the next month. Yep. So you'd have almost half of your car done this month.
Yeah,
So
it's
get the
25,000
car, so to get
altogether.
the car, you need to do 23,000. So she's saying if she
And
did
16
10
active.
and 16 active, but she's saying if she did 10, then the next month she would only need to do 13,000. Gotcha. Does that make sense? Yes.
So to go on chart for your car, it's only 5 active and 5,000.
And then they continue.
To finish your car, you do that 1 to 4 months. To finish your car, it's 16 active team members and 23,000 over that 1 to 4 month period.
That's you and your whole team
Yes.
doing this.
Mhm. Yeah, and car is just your personal people.
Yeah. Not,
So Courtney counts for you, but if Courtney recruited somebody, that person wouldn't count for your car. Does that make sense? That make sense? Okay, got it? So how do you get 5 active? You share with at least, I'd say 20, 25 people with your director, okay? You want to shoot for 10,000, I'd say share with 40 people this month and follow up with your director, have as many of them be face-to-face. Why not bring out 40 people to the guest events? Because we have really, really great recruiting ratio. That's why I'm sad that our numbers are down, because it means our recruiting's down, right? You want to recruit more people, get people to the events. Our recruiting ratio is really high there.
I was just going to say, you challenged me to do the marketing at a party, and I just listened to her speak and speak and wrote some notes down, and I told them, honestly, I've never done this, but I'm going to practice on you guys. And I did it in front of all 6, and I did it in about 7 minutes. I think I could have done it a little longer and explained a little more, but everybody said I did great. They weren't in a position to want to sign up, but if you have that many faces in front of you, get to a place where you can do it yourself.
Yeah.
Because then it's there. And if you, I mean, even if you have to hold a little notes, Nobody's gonna judge you for that.
No,
You just be
just
honest.
share.
Tell them that this is my first time. I'm training.
Yep.
Because I'm moving up.
Yeah.
Then they look at you like, okay.
She's a big deal.
Yes.
She's a big deal. And then you send them to me ASAP.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, little side note, I will come, and I wasn't able to come to her party, and do price patrol if I can. Where basically I'll do marketing at the end, just like she did. I'll come do marketing, or your director will come do marketing. Elizabeth, I know I've done a virtual price patrol. She pulled me up at her party, and everyone was asking questions. It was great. It was awesome. So I would love to do that. I will do that, as many of them as I can squeeze into my schedule.
There's
If,
the picture too of the miscap that we learned at career conference.
Yep,
too,
that's a
and
simple thing you can do.
That's what Jana did, and that she just sent me the picture, and I started doing it off of that.
Super simple. So don't be afraid to share.
Yeah.
Great questions. Okay. That is a lot of announcements. There are so many things going on. Lots of ways to win. I want you winning this month. Okay, so it starts with faces. When you do faces will let you take you places. And then you can order, earn all those prizes, go and charge your car, all that stuff. One last announcement, and then we're going to jump into some quick training, because to get the faces, you got to have some place to start.
Yeah.
Right? You got to have some leads. And, but there is one last announcement. The PCP plan, Preferred Customer Program, the registration ends April 17th. So be sure to get your customers signed up for that, because they're going to get the new catalog next month when the new product comes out. You're not going to want to miss it. I think they're going to have, I should check my director's memo. They're probably going to have a sample of the new TimeWise 3D in there, and I guarantee will sell out. So you better get on that and get your customers signed up as quickly as possible. Okay? All right.
Now, next link.
Yeah, well, all it means is they're going to send a catalog next month with a sample. If you wait till the very end, you may miss the sample.
And you get to order early.
And if yes, that's a huge pointer. If you sign up for Preferred Customer Programs, you get your customers signed up at 70 cents each for the catalog. You can order early and get the new stuff early.
And if you don't have any customers yet, enroll yourself.
Yes. That's a great, no, seriously.
Enroll yourself.
You get a catalog.
You get the early ordering and you get to see the catalog.
Yes.
It's cool.
It's really cool.
My mom doesn't really like, I don't want to say like, but she's not really interested in the other medical stuff that I have. But she still has herself enrolled in our stuff, because when she gets it, then she takes her little book with it. She gets to work for her. And she sits there, and I don't have to bring her or anything like that. She'll be like, oh my God, look at what I just got in the mail. And she, I don't want to say acts like she does, but she was like, hey, look, my daughter just sent me this.
That's great.
So, it's really
Cool.
great.
That's good. All right, so now we're all on board with booking faces, right? We're going to start there. You want to get as many appointments as you can on the books ASAP. Here's the strategy that I would say. Of course, we're going to give you our favorite ways to meet people, but before you even get to that, you guys know people. Don't discount the people that you know. When you get excited and you have a goal, people will want to help you, and that is the best place to start. Because somebody who is like an acquaintance and a friend, and somebody you maybe see at church that you have small talk with and you have somewhat of a relationship with ish, that person is going to be much more likely to help you than some warm chatter you just met. Right? And so don't discount the people that you know. I would challenge all of you to make a list of at least 100 people that you know in your life that you are in your chicken list and you have not asked. Because the average person knows 100 to 300 people in their circle. Okay? So don't discount the people that you know. Don't go be so quick to say, I don't know anybody. You know people, friends of friends of friends, and acquaintances and neighbors and this person and that person. Usually you're prejudging if you say you don't know people. And you're saying, oh, they wouldn't be interested, they wouldn't be interested, they won't be interested. And it's usually fear-based. You know people. You know of people. You're just afraid to ask them. Yes. Just like Jen, I'm looking at Jen because she had a huge breakthrough. She had a huge breakthrough of like, I was helping her brainstorm. She's like, oh, no, she went. I'm like, Jen, have you asked her? You don't know unless you ask. Okay? Let them make up their own mind. Tell them when you call them, I am nervous. Amy, you intimidate me. And I just happen to look right at you. And not to make you feel that. You intimidate me. Listen, Sue, you're on. I don't want this thing, but I am so scared to call you right now, but something in my heart told me I need to call you. I have this huge, scary goal to do 100 faces and to, in honor of Mary Kay asked, is there any way you would be a face for me? Is there any reason why you couldn't help me? That right there, write it down. Is there any reason why? That is one of the best things that you can use. That's from Mary Kay Ash. Is there any reason why you couldn't get together and you could be a face for me and help me with my challenge? But sometimes just getting it out there that you're afraid, it breaks the ice. Does that make sense? And tell them, and 9 times out of 10, even the nicest person, I'm sure be like, oh, why are you treated by me? That's you. But does that make sense?
Yeah.
So don't be afraid to say that.
Well, and I was gonna say, the biggest thing I learned out of just these asks is that while I didn't get a new team member or didn't get an order placed, I have my books are filling up so fast, I can't even figure out where to put everybody. Because everybody wants to help.
Right.
The way they can.
Right. Yeah, and if they weren't ready to sign up, they are going to be a face for her and have a party for her. The other thing going along with that is I would go back to your current customers, anybody that you even just facialed last month, and tell them, hey, I have a huge goal to facial 100 women. Is there any reason why you couldn't help me and gather 5 women together and then make there be something huge in it for them? I would not be afraid to offer a massive hostess plan this month. Okay, of like doing something huge for 5 or 10 people getting in front of you. Okay, because you got to make it what's in it for her. She's going to be a lot more likely to book with you. Okay, so I would seriously, if you find 10 people that will get 10 women together, you could do your 100 faces this month. Those women who do 30 faces or do 100 faces, they do 30 faces in a weekend.
Yeah.
And that's not individual running around 30 individual people. That is, they're having parties of 5 to 10 people, but they have an awesome hostess plan. Now, a hostess plan goes back to it's what you feel comfortable giving away, but don't be so, what's the saying? Don't have the penny in your eye that you forget the dollar, because you got to give to get. You got to give to get, and you got to know that if you get in front of 5 to 10 people, you're going to sell way more. It's a way better use of your time than running around and doing 10 people individually. Does that make sense? Because you got to be willing to give to get. I would say up to like $50 to $100 retail if they have 5 or 10 people in front of you. I'm not afraid to give away $200 if they get 10 people in front of me. I want to make it worth her while because I know I can. But that's where I'm at. Does that make sense? But I would highly recommend making sure you have a killer hostess plan. And we're not going to go over hostess plan. You can Google. There's a gazillion of them. But the key is that you got to be excited about it, and you got to keep it simple. Don't have it be the super complicated thing. I've seen it be all these charts and stuff. No. Simple, simple, simple. So she knows if I bring this person, I'm going to make this. That make sense? Okay, real quick, because we got to move on.
So I have an amazing thing to share real quick. So speaking of chicken lists and someone that you didn't think was going to sign up or you didn't really want to talk to is so my friend Danny came over last week for a facial and she was supposed to bring her friend, didn't bring her friend. So I just did it simply. I hadn't even washed my face yet by the time she had gotten to my house. I'm like, you know what? Let's wash our faces together. We're great friends. So I'm washing my face with her. She's talking about how she just wants a couple makeup products. She has some Rodent & Fields that she's been spending all this money on. And so I'm just talking to her and sharing my excitement. Well, then I shared the business opportunity with her. It was the weekend that you did your $100 extra. Jana has been doing everything that Candace is doing. So my amazing director here has been helping me get these people. And so she got so excited. She signed up. Well, then we just did our orientation with her. She didn't want to start until July. Well, she just signed up with an inventory order of $2,400 and is so excited to get going. She's not ready till July still, but we're like, you're going to miss out on the free stuff. You're going to miss out. And so she's not going to miss out. And we'll meet her next week. She's amazing.
Yay.
So it's really exciting because don't ever think that somebody's going to say no until you ask.
You don't know. And you improvise too. All right, so let's go on to, okay, because they can't hear you that, which is awesome. But let's go on to, because I want to be respectful of people's time too. Let's go on to where you even start, okay? So you start with your contact list, the people that you know. I'd encourage you, even if you've already done faces, even if you think you've already asked, just like Amanda said, you don't know. Go and ask them to just help you out. And if you need help coaching about, you're probably prejudging. Don't assume for her, just ask. The other thing I will say about that really quickly that I know I talked to some of you about is asking through Facebook, asking over text is not nearly as powerful as on the phone. And they can ignore it. They can't hear your passion. They can't hear your excitement. And so face-to-face or over the phone, I would highly recommend. What that sounds like is, Elizabeth, I have something really important to talk to you about. Do you have a quick second? Yeah. Don't send her a paragraph-long text of what you're doing. That's chicken. No. That's chicken booking. And they're gonna ignore it. And then right away we go to assuming like, oh, she must not be interested. No, who knows? Right away they usually assume things. But if you can say, Elizabeth, that's something important. Elizabeth, I'm scared and I'm nervous and I'm so scared to do this, but I have a huge goal to do 100 faces. Is there any reason why you can help me and just be a face for you? Because then they can hear the authenticity of, you don't have to buy anything. Because right away when they get that text, they're like, oh, I don't use Mary Kay. Oh, that means I have to buy something. Oh, they assume things right away. Even if you say it in their text, they're just glancing at it. But if she can hear your heart and hear that I just need to have this goal to do 100 faces. I know you may hate Mary Kay, but I just need faces. And is there any reason you could not invite your mom, your sister, your aunt, and just help me out?
I want to say you can't control the outcome, you can
No.
only control your actions.
Yes.
If you're
Yes.
not going to get on the phone, like last month, I had a list of people that had listened to the opportunity, they were interested, but I was terrified to call them. I called them, granted, one of them had just had her wisdom teeth pulled, so she couldn't get this stuff on the phone. So I sent her this huge text, which I could physically talk to her. But she actually's like, I appreciate it, I hear your heart in this text, like, I love this, but it's just not my time right now. But she was really sweet and passionate about it. Now, I've had girls that won't even respond back to me. I've left voice notes, but that's okay. I'm still reaching out to them. But you cannot get upset about their actions.
Yep.
If you're only getting upset about what you're doing. If you're not doing anything, well, get kind of upset because you're not doing anything. But if you're making the effort, if you're putting 100% forward, that's all you can do.
Yep.
So, sorry.
No, focus on all you can focus on is your activity. Okay, so we're going to share our favorite ways to meet people. So you start with the people that you know. Don't discount that because that is the best way to book. Mary Kay Ash talk about that all the time, that your circle, the people within your circle are the best people to book. Okay, so start there. Go back to your current customers, start there. We're going to give you just some of our favorite ways to meet people though. Because here's the deal. A lot of people don't book, because they're afraid and they don't have a big goal. And so they're not speaking to people with passion and excitement, just like we talked about. That's why if you're excited about this 100 faces, you will book people. Mm-hmm. Second is they don't have people to call and they're making excuses. Mm-hmm. So either you start with people you know. If you don't, then there are lots of other ways to meet people. Now, here's the thing. We're going to give you ideas. This isn't something that, you just start with 1 or 2 names here and there. If you really want to kick some major tail, you want to be focused on like 50 new leads a week. Did you hear me? 50 a week, not 3 a week. Because you have to work the numbers. That's why I've always been told to have 5 different sources of leads coming in at all times. And I'll share mine, but I'm going to have Elizabeth and Janet share because I've been doing lots of talking and I want them to be able to talk.
Do you do 50?
And then I'll wrap it up. When I'm intentionally working on it, yes. Mm-hmm.
So
this month, yes.
Yes. So yes. So my recent favorite, it wasn't my favorite before, but now it's my favorite. Working with honoring and blessing working with. I do this now. I've made a commitment to go 3 times a week. One day a week I go without my kids, and the other one I take my daughter because she's super cute, and it's a really good icebreaker. But what I do is we used to have flowers, but we don't anymore. But don't let that stop you. What I do,
we still have some left.
we do still. Okay, never mind. We do still have some. But what I did was I had a bouquet full of flowers and really cute little flowers like that. And that's it. I take that and then I also take a little entry form and that's all I take with me. And I go out to different local businesses, whether it's dentistries, eye care places. I've gone into cute little boutique shops, different, more smaller businesses, locally owned businesses are great. But all I go in is like, hey, I'm out and about honoring and appreciating working with free X. What I'm doing free chocolate right now, and I've had a lot of good ones with that. Like, everyone wants chocolate, or free roses, or something free. Make sure you say free because people are, well, what's the catch? There's no catch. There's nothing. I had one lady ask me how much I was supposed to get. I'm like, no, it's free. She's like, what? No one gets stuff for free anymore. There's always a stipulation. So they pick. I have 2 options. So right now I have milk chocolate or dark with mint. I'm really tempted to eat some, but I'm not. I'm being good. And so they get 2 options.
Important to have 2 options.
Yes, 2 options. Some people do samples. I feel like that's too much to bring in. So I just stick with the 1. And then I was like, I'm with Mary Kay and I just feel like women are not appreciated enough in the workplace anymore. And another way I'm showing appreciation is giving away a free pampering package. Would you like to enter? And I have this tiny little clipboard I carry in my little satchel. I hand it to them. Now, a lot of times like, thanks anyway. And I'm like, well, that's okay. I just hope you feel appreciated today. You end on a positive note. Even if they're really snitchy with you, like, you just still leave with a smile.
But they're usually not.
They're
not.
I've only had a handful, and the only time I've only got kicked out of one place because Candace and I went to Bing, and she was not a very happy person.
She's not a nice lady,
She was
but
not
she
very
was.
nice. But
She was grumpy in general.
here's the thing: if someone stops you, you are not soliciting. I'm not selling
No.
anything. I'm giving things to people.
Mhm.
I've never been stopped since that time. The only time I got a little snippy is I made the mistake of putting the curves with chocolate. Don't do
Not
that.
none of that thing. Yeah, let's
Don't
not
do
do
that.
that.
I had the trainer just give me this dirty look, and then I thought about it. Like I was like, oh, that makes
Yeah.
sense.
Just like Kevin Flowers.
Yeah,
around.
Right.
Yeah.
But I mean, let
But
me.
she's had really good success
Well,
though.
I was
Yeah.
gonna share about what happened today. So
Mhm.
I went out with my daughter today. My son's in preschool 3 days a week, so I make it work. There was a time I was like, oh, I can't go out with my daughter. No, you can still go out. They're cute. Work it.
Yeah.
But the very first place I went into, I find little local, like small businesses and stuff. The very first one I went into, I offered her chocolate. She was so excited. And when I said I was with Mary Kay, oh my goodness, I've been looking for a Mary Kay lead. Give me your business card. Let me give you my info. I went online last night and I didn't want to waste my time. She gave everything to me. She wants to book with me. I didn't even have to offer anything. She gave me everything. I'm calling her later tomorrow. And she just moved. Or she would have been here tonight, but she just moved. So that's just, it's gonna happen. My goal is to get 10 every time I go out. There are times I do it, there are times I don't. But the fact that you're getting out and you're getting more comfortable asking. When I first started, I was shaking the entire time and I was sweating and I fumbled over my words. The first time I went out, I had this huge paragraph before I talked, and that did not go well. Now it's just a, hey, I'm honoring working women with this free thing. Would you like one? Yes or no? And then I talk about Mary Kay afterwards. That's my personal favorite. I've met some lovely ladies doing that. And I mean, you always end on a positive note, and I've always left feeling good.
Yeah, they always.
So,
yeah.
That's my personal favorite.
And then I want to share that real quick because that's a really cute idea.
Oh yeah. So Cheyenne asked me this question, and I'm totally stealing her idea because it's amazing. It is a
Good idea.
selfie lipstick. So what it is you attach a lipstick sample to your business card, and on the back it just says, "Hey, pretty lady, here's a sample. I thought you might like a little pick-me-up. Take a selfie and send it to me for free product." So what they do is they try the lipstick, they put it on, take a selfie. Then you have a reason to follow up with them. Then you have a reason to do a facial with them, and you can toss it to your first. And who doesn't like lipstick? So I'm gonna pass that around. It's super cute. I'm totally stealing the idea, and Cheyenne's like it, so I was really excited about it.
Well, and she just literally wrote it.
Literally.
She's wrote it on there. You guys could print it off on like a piece of paper or something like that. And yeah.
Yeah.
So I was like, I don't know.
She's made it
I'm
up.
just gonna write it. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, you can keep those in your purse just wherever you go.
Yeah.
Really.
I have, like,
Super
7 in
simple.
my purse right now.
Yeah.
Just like one little pocket, and I don't even know
Oh, yeah.
when I reach in. So even if you feel like you guys have done that already, it's like minuscule amount.
So like when you're out getting numbers, be like, oh, and I have this for you too. Let me get your number, and we can always get their number. Do not just give a business
After
card.
like eating, like after you're done eating,
Yeah.
one thing I can do is with my bill, I leave the tip, and then I'll leave my card with the sample, and on the note, it has a note on the back. I have had 4 ladies call me back. So
That's so
Wow,
cool.
that's
Yeah.
really good.
that's a really
Make sure you tip well if you do that. Don't skimp.
Yeah.
Just saying. Just saying. Yes. I know. Every time. Yes. But just saying, don't be a cheap plate and put your card.
$20.
Oh, yeah. No, you make other calls.
But yeah, the biggest thing is you want to make sure you're getting the number. Don't just hand out your business card because I've
should
had
get
a
their
couple of
numbers
like,
back.
oh, I get your business card. I do it. I never heard from them.
Yeah.
I'm telling you right now. But if you get their number too, like, oh, let's exchange numbers. Or I had this incident today where she asked for my card. I actually just handed out my last one. I was like, oh my goodness, I just handed out my last one. Let me get your number. So.
Or you can make a virtual card
Yes,
and then hold on.
Yeah, let me text you.
Yeah, you can say, let me text you my business card, and it's a sneaky way to get her info. Then they're free, it don't cost you anything. And you can just, there's free apps all over the place. You can make a free business card. And all mine is,
Yeah, screenshot it when you
Oh, yeah.
when you do your preview, just screenshot the preview. That's what I did.
that's a great idea. That's, you know, I haven't tried. Oh, that's a great idea.
Like when I had
Good
my car
idea.
accident, I went, "What's your name, sir? What's your number?" And I sent him my business card so that he had all my information
Yeah.
right there. And then I just took a picture and grabbed it, so we have that as well. But it's a really easy way. And every time I go out to eat, if I really like the waitress, I'm like, you know what? Give me your number. I'll text you my business card.
Yep.
I'm very thankful.
Oh yeah, I gave my waitress a $20 gift card.
Yeah.
Yeah, waitresses are the best.
I'm
Yeah.
calling her tomorrow.
Yep. Super simple.
Anyway,
Okay,
that's my
so-
little-
Honoring working women. I love doing honoring working women. And go out with each other. That's the other thing I wanted to talk about is before you leave tonight, I'm going to challenge you to pick 2 people get their numbers, and schedule a time this week to go out with each other. Because, you know, like what happened to Elizabeth and I, you know, that hardly ever happens where somebody, it's a grumpy person.
She was not a happy
But if it does, then we're both like, wow, she wasn't in a bad mood, or whatever. But yeah, if I was by myself, even me, like I would have gotten on that. But when you're with somebody, it's not that big of a deal. Like I know Chelsea and Jen have been going out together a lot, and it's been really powerful because they have each other to help each other. Okay, so I don't want you leaving that door. I don't care how busy you are and what you need to go to. It is important for your business that you schedule at least 2 times this next week. I would challenge you to go out with each other. Number 1, it helps you make a new friend and build a relationship with each other. And number 2, you're gonna get new names. Okay, so I'd encourage you. There's a little challenge. All right, Jana, you're.
So remember, the facts about like it takes the 5th or 6th or 7th or 8th time to make
The
make it
contact.
happen. Don't give up after like 2 or 3 or even 4 times. Unless
Right.
they told you leave me alone.
Right.
Keep calling.
Yeah, I don't know what the sales statistic I have on my phone somewhere, but like that
It's
sales,
eight.
it's the 8 to 12, the 8th to 12th time, the contact is usually when most sales are made. Is when most sales are made. And most consultants give up after 1 or 2 times. They contact someone, they don't hear back, someone doesn't respond to a text, and they automatically assume that the person's not interested. Where it's like something like 80% of sales happen between the 8th to 12th contact. So don't give up on people. All right, Jana, what's your what's your tip? Yeah, swap real quick. So they can see ya and hear ya. Doesn't she look good in her new direction? You're so pretty. I know, ring in her shoes. She looks super cute. Super cute.
I like restaurants. I like doing customer appreciation at restaurants. That's one of my favorites. And I like doing booths. Booths are one of my absolute favorite ways. And so,
How about those? How do those work?
finding vendor booths is pretty cool. Like lots of high schools do craft fairs. Anywhere where they're selling something, you can set up a booth and you just do a drawing. I don't know why I like them. But
I like them. Those are my 2 favorites.
yeah. And then I love restaurants just because of the interaction with people and it makes them smile when you hand them a flower when they walk into the restaurant.
So we have new people in the room who may not know what those are. Can you explain like how they work or whatever?
So you can go to a local restaurant or chain restaurant. Local restaurants are usually better. You ask to speak to the general manager or the manager. You ask them if they've ever partnered with a Mary Kay consultant. Do customer appreciation, and usually they haven't. And then you explain to them like, well, what I do is I come in and I buy like 1 or 2 gift certificates to the restaurant, and then as I stand in the entryway and as people come in, I hand them a flower and say, welcome to the restaurant. We're doing a drawing for a gift certificate to the restaurant and some free Mary Kay products. And I hand them the little entry form and they enter to win. And then one lucky lady will win the gift certificate to the restaurant and a beauty experience. And then all the other ladies will win a beauty experience. So everyone's here.
And the big thing with restaurants is I tell them, and it's free for you.
It's free for the restaurant. And if if you are concerned about it, we can try it one time. And if you like it, you come back. If you don't like it, you won't ever come back. But and it's cool. Mother's Day is coming up. This is a huge time to get a restaurant. Huge to get a restaurant. So
Yeah, I love
if you have
restaurants.
any restaurant contacts, like get on it.
Yes, anyone you know who owns a restaurant, or maybe you know the manager really well, or whatever, ask.
Yes.
Just ask.
I was just
Yes.
saying, go up to a restaurant, anybody who owns a small business.
Yes,
You don't
absolutely.
have to ask them.
Yeah, small business, you can set up a box,
Or
is it facial box or a facial frame. Those are really cool.
If you want to get pedicures, massages,
Yep.
anything, talk to people.
Yeah, tell them what a facial frame is. We haven't talked
Oh my
about that,
gosh.
I don't think.
Facial frames
Tell 'em what
are,
that is.
I think facial frames
They're
are
better than facial
cooler than
boxes.
facial
Way
boxes.
cooler.
So what you do is you just go and to like Goodwill or something, you buy a little frame and you print out a sheet that says
Text this number.
text this number to win a free microdermabrasion treatment or right, or like wherever you set it up at the business, like, text cupcake to this number and get entered to win a free microdermabrasion, or if you're interested in a beauty experience or a makeovers and mimosas party, text your name and number.
Yeah. Or yeah, I mean, you can do so many different things, but all it is a picture frame,
Yep.
and it just says text to
Enter
win. Text to enter to win, and so they're actually contacting you, and so it's different than an
And you
actual
don't have
lead.
to do a box and they don't fill
Yeah.
fill out
It's not
card.
messy. You don't have to have papers everywhere. It's really cool. I have a couple on my phone. Like I think I have one that says text to win. What is it? It's like text to enter to win a free charcoal mask, or text to try the new charcoal mask, or something like that, or text to win a beauty experience. You make it whatever you want. But it's super simple. It's just a picture frame, and then you go into a business and say, hey. I'd like to do a customer appreciation and give away some free stuff to your customers.
Right, like a tanning salon, enter to win a free month of tanning and a beauty experience.
Yeah, text this number. It's not messy. It's awesome.
And you
So
can set
cool.
up a Google number if you don't want your phone number.
Facial frame. Super simple. Just a picture frame. And go, I would say with something like that, get like 20 of them out. 'Cause some are going to work out, some of them aren't. But if you have it, and then have it really bright and attractive. Don't be like, flappy and not. Make sure it looks very professional and sharp.
So like keep track of like where your locations are and change the keywords for certain locations.
Oh, that's a
That way
great
you know where
idea.
people are coming from. So that way you know which facial frames are worth it.
Great idea.
You can pull which ones aren't. Because I've
That's a
done
great
facial
idea.
boxes and I track to make sure which ones are working, which ones aren't.
Yeah, it's a
And
great
you
idea.
have to do copy
Right.
to get the numbers to work.
Right. Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay, so those are just some of our favorite ways. Like I would agree with Jana and Elizabeth. Those are my favorite ways. Is I love restaurants. I love booths. But you got to really with restaurants and booths, the work is more on the front end of getting into a place. But if you can find a place and get into a restaurant, you guys, when I first moved here, I got into IHOP, and I can't, they don't do this anymore, but every other Sunday I went and got like 20 to 40 names, and it was bank. It was awesome. So you get into a great restaurant, they want you coming back over and over again. Okay, same thing when I was in Pueblo. I was in the Three Margaritas down there. He loved me coming. He was like, are you coming? When are you coming next? Like, if you get into a good restaurant, they love you because you carried a great, so you're not bothering them. It's a great thing for their customers. Does that make sense? You get into great booths. I love doing booths because everyone's a winner. I haven't actually done the facial frame thing, but I think we're all going to go and try and do that, right? And then I love doing the honoring working women because that's quick and easy. You can keep that in your car. Like I have flowers in my car and lead forms, and I'll just go if I have extra time, like run into this store, run into this store, run to this store. It's quick. You don't have to schedule it. That makes sense. The drive-through, exactly. There's people everywhere. You just have to open your mouth. Everyone has skin. The lipstick selfie is a great idea. I love samples, so everywhere I go, when someone's nice, I always say, "You're super sweet. Can I give you a sample?" Nobody ever turns me down for a sample. And I have cheap. I usually just do eyeshadows because they're super inexpensive. And then, and now I'm saying, I'd love for, here's an eyeshadow. If you ever tried it, just talk to me about Mary Kay. I'd love to have you model for me. I am challenging you 100 faces in honor of Mary Kay Ash. I would love to have you be a face for me. Is there any reason we couldn't get together and I get your opinion of our product? Let me text you. I'll get your info. We'll schedule something later. Does that make sense? So it's quick and easy, but there are people everywhere, but you got to open your mouth and have lots of different ways coming in. Don't just get facial frames out and sit and wait. That's crazy.
No.
You want to have lots of other things going on. All these that we talk about, I do. The only other extra thing I do as well as referrals, which none of us mentioned that. It's not my favorite, but it's a way. I prefer to do things that I can actually meet somebody face to face and they can see who I am, right? They can feel my energy and know I'm a real person. Okay? So, does that help? We're going to blow it out of the water this month. I just know it with faces. So now we could talk at you all day long. The key is you got to implement. And the key is I want you pairing up with somebody before you leave. I'd say at least 2-3 people. I have my books filled this week. I'm going out with people every day this week because I want to be out there for myself, accountability for myself, because I would never ask y'all to do something I'm not willing to do myself. Does that make sense? I want you guys going with people. And let's tear it up, man. We're actually going up to Denver, too. If you want to come up to Denver, we're going to blitz Denver. We really, 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 I'm going with Cheyenne tomorrow. Yeah. Oh, she's going to ask something. I was like, we're going to Cheyenne tomorrow. I'm blitzing Denver.
Inversion to outside of my house. But I love people. And so it's really.
Yes! Amanda wants to get rid of it.
I live up there, so if you're up there for something, I do not care what is going on half the time.
She'll go out with you, right?
Text message, I don't care if it's last minute, like you're 20 minutes from me, I'm 20 minutes from you.
it. Love it. All right, so we're gonna end with our empowering statement. And since I get to do it, we're gonna do a different empowering statement that is one of my faves. It's called "I Own My Power." Oh wait, I was practicing it because you own your power. Remember that, okay? So say it like you mean it. It's my little bookmark. I own my power. Power resides within me. My power resides within me. Nobody can take my power. Nobody can take my power. My power belongs to me. Yes, my power belongs to me. I will become what I believe. I will become what I believe. My thoughts control my actions. My thoughts control my actions. I believe beyond what I can see. I believe beyond what I can see. My dream is big enough. My dream is big enough. Therefore, the facts don't matter. Therefore, the facts don't matter. I own my power. I own my power. My best days are ahead. My best days are ahead. I've made the choice to change. I've made the choice to change.